before you start the bike, make sure you really wipe the ACF 50 well off the exhaust. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for all the support as always, guys. And as recent fashion, we are starting the video once again in the garage, but this time we're not going anywhere. So the Z900RS has kind of looked like this for a good few weeks now. Unfortunately, I obviously haven't been able to ride it. I miss riding it an absolute ton. It's an absolutely amazing bike and it looks absolutely beautiful. And I've only managed to film 3 videos on this bike since getting it, and you guys seem to really love it on the channel. So yeah, whilst I still can't ride, I'm not too far off now. I think maybe in the next week I might give it a go and see how it feels with my shoulder, but I have enough strength now that I can give the bike a very thorough clean. It was a little dirty before I stopped riding it anyway, and as you can see, it's kind of been a table for a good few weeks of all the parts as I'm rebuilding my crashed B1H636. So today we're going to get it out. We're going to give it a very thorough cleaning. Going to see if the exhausts need doing, obviously chain, wheels, full bike. And I'm also going to give it some winter protection. So I'm going to do some ACF 50, potentially even use a bit of speed polish on it, the muck off stuff. So yeah, we'll see what needs doing once we pull it out and can see the condition a bit better in terms of dirtiness. To a lot of you, it probably won't be at all dirty, but I'm very OCD with my bikes being extremely clean. So to me, in my eyes, it very much needs a clean. So yeah, let's pull it out and we will show you all of the products I'm going to be using in this video. Then we'll put some music on and show you a very satisfying, let's call it a spa day for the Z900RS. So as always, guys, thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. Right, so the bike is pulled out. My God, what a beautiful bike this is. It really is one of my favourite looking bikes I've owned. I love the black and grey colour scheme. At first I thought I would want to change the colour on it, but it really has grown on me. It's just such a classy looking colour scheme and it kind of matches the vibe of the bike perfectly. Absolutely love it. Can't wait to get back riding this thing. As you can kind of see, black does hide it quite well, but when you get up close to the bike, you can really see that it is in need of a clean. The exhausts aren't terrible, but I will give them a little clean anyway, just because it's better to kind of keep on top of them. Chain is, yeah, that could do with a good little clean up. Yeah, as you see, this is going to need a well-needed clean, but yeah, what a stunning bike. I will come through to here and show you all the products I'm going to be using in this video. So we've got motorbike chain cleaner. It's an eBay special. Same again with this orange snow foam. Car shampoo, but you know, same thing for bikes. It smells very nice, that as well. It smells of orange. I use that in obviously my muck off snow foam gun. We've got Halford Citrus pre-wash degreaser. That stuff's really good. Demon wheel cleaner for the wheels. I haven't used this before, but I've been recommended it. Muck off speed polish, so maybe in this video I will test that out. For the chain lube, Motul, and then obviously the ACF 50. And this is a bit of a controversial one, but for cleaning the exhausts, I'm going to use Harpic. Now, Harpic and bleach can damage your exhausts if it's kept on there over a decent amount of time. And it can obviously corrode through the metal or whatever material your exhausts are made out of. However, if you clean them off, I'll show you how I do it in the video, but as long as you give the exhaust a very thorough clean and rinse off and make sure you get off all the bleach afterwards, I don't personally see it as a problem at all. And a lot of people use it, and I've never had any troubles or I've never had any issues with doing it, and I've been doing it on all the bikes I've owned. So that's what we're going to be doing for the exhaust. So we'll get the paddock stand on. We will start with the chain. I like to do a dry clean of the chain. I don't use any water. And then we will do a pre-wash, snow foam, all of that, wheels, everything. And then at the end of the video, we will give the bike a full ACF 50. So yeah, let's put some music on. I hope you enjoy. for the satisfying part, snow phone. So I thought I would turn the music off for this little part of the video, so you can enjoy a bit of ASMR snow phoning. As I love the noise it makes, weird as that sounds. Mark off jet wash, best brand around for cleaning, makes some very cool noises. Right, cleaning process is done. As you can see, I did a very long-winded method there. A lot of that was low-key just done for the video in terms of snow foaming and stuff, but now it is time for probably the most long and annoying part of cleaning a bike. This is an Amazon special. This is what I use to dry it. It works very well. Headphone users beware. This is going to be very loud in a second when I turn it on. But as you can see, it's very hot and sunny today. I'm sweating my you-know-whats off. My shoulder is in agony. Obviously dislocated my shoulder a few weeks ago. Once I have got most of my strength back, scrubbing at a bike after a while does start to really hurt. So yeah, I'm suffering a bit with that now. But yeah, trying to dry this bike and trying to clean it whilst filming all the videos, and by the time you get the other angle set up, the sun's drying it off. And with it being a black bike, drying it is the most annoying part. So hopefully we come out with no streak marks, but I think the chances of that are very slim. But yeah, let's get this bad boy turned on. I'll give you a little preview of what it's just basically like a blow dryer technically. And as you can see, pushes the water off very well. So always seems to get stuck in the radio, but I'm not going to film any more of this. This will likely take about half an hour, to be honest with you. So I'm going to fast forward, catch up with you guys when it's dried. Once it's dried, maybe we'll have a go with the speed polish. Not too sure on that. And then for sure we will then start the process of ACF 50 in the bike, ready for winter. So it's all nice and protected against rust, as this is going to be my daily commuter this winter. Hence why I've got these Oxford heated grips, sorry. A few of you have said you don't like this. I 100% agree. It's not the prettiest, but it came on the bike and I just can't really be bothered to buy fancier new heat grips when functionality wise they work fine. So yeah, I'm not too fussed on that. Right, so the bike is for the most part all dry, as you can see from the puddle beneath it. Now it is time to lube up the chain. What I usually do is I have dried it for the most part with the blower, but just to make sure it's all fully dried off, I'll just go over it with a towel. It's not perfect, the chain, to be fair. The sprocket has unfortunately kind of got marks that are permanent on it. Not too sure how they've been caused, to be honest with you, but definitely looks a bit better than it was. And to be honest, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. The most, the chain probably looks very good. I don't want to leave the chain loads. I don't want to overdo it. Just a little coating the whole way around will do. That'll do. There we go. Now we'll give the polish a little go. Stay tuned to the end of the video, because I'll give a little bonus clip at the end where I'll start the bike up just to burn off any ACF 50 that's left on it. And this has an Aquapafitch decap pipe, so stay tuned for that. You won't want to miss it. This bike sounds insane. Very loud. Right. Muck off speed polish. Just to shake very rigorously before use. And I'm simply going to spray an even layer of it over all panels of the bike. And wow, it has a bubblegum scent in, and I can promise you, video won't show it, but it smells amazing. And obviously with this not being a sport bike, there isn't a ton of panels, so I'm only going to do it on the tank. I will do it around the front headlight and on the front mudguard, and that will be about it. And once I've allowed this speed polish to buff, can't see it's sat now, I can use a microfiber cloth to wipe. Right, so there we go. The bike is done. Obviously we will do ACF 50 in a minute, but wow, does it look incredible. I feel like when you spend a good few hours cleaning your bike, the satisfaction of doing it, looking at the bike whilst doing it and then seeing the finished product of it, I think it's really when you appreciate your bikes the most. I am one, you probably know, someone who enjoys cleaning my bikes a lot. My daily rider, I would usually clean every single weekend. And not only is that because I take a lot of pride in keeping it clean, I enjoy having the bike really clean, and obviously the bike is a big part of my life. It means a lot to me, the bike, so it just gives me a big level of satisfaction keeping the bike very clean. So the whole time I've been cleaning this bike, I've just been adoring it, thinking how much I love the bike, and now I've seen it finished. It just looks awesome. It's such a beautiful looking bike, and you can see the paint, you can see my reflection there. Hello. The polish has done amazing. The paint looks absolutely beautiful. The exhausts have come out lovely. They're looking brand new, and yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. If I come around here as well, I'll show you the chain. Chain looks pretty decently fresh. Like I said, there are those marks that are on the sprocket that won't come out. Not entirely sure what they are, but other than that, it looks absolutely amazing. Right, so you'll have to excuse the lighting as I've closed the doors so the newspapers don't go flying everywhere. As you would have seen, I soaked this for roughly 15-20 minutes in some hot water just to make it a bit more misty so it goes on the bike a bit better when I spray it. As you can see, the bike looks fairly odd. The reason for this is whilst it is rust protection, it is also a bit of a lubricant, so you want to avoid getting it on any tyres, you don't want to get it on the brakes, you don't want to get it on the pegs or the handlebars, which is why that's all covered as it is. You don't want it on the seat either, which is why I've taken it off, and it's also good to spray all under the seats as well, as it protects the electrics. And the reason for the newspaper is any drippage that I will get on the floor. It saves you having slippery patches on the floor in your garage. So yeah, basically I'm not going to show you the whole process, as otherwise this video will get a bit long, but you're going to grab your bottle and you're going to spray it all around the bike. You can spray it anywhere you want other than the areas that I just listed that I've covered. You're going to give it a very thorough spray over everywhere, try and get in all the nooks and crannies and around here everywhere. And yeah, I'm not going to show you doing the whole thing as it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to spray this the whole way around the bike, then we will leave it for 15 minutes or so to soak through and just soak through to all the little bits and gaps and everything on the bike. Then I will cut back to you when we will wipe off all the excess with a microfiber, and then the bike will be all done and all protected, ready for winter. One thing I always like to make sure I'm doing when doing this is making sure that I'm spraying a little bit on all the bolts, as that will just protect them nicely from any rust. You don't have to do tons on them, but yeah, I like to make sure that I've always sprayed all of the little nuts and bolts on the bike. Right, the bike is very much covered. I have probably done too much, to be honest with you, but I'd rather have too much than too little, and yeah, I can always, well, I will wipe off all the excess in 15 minutes or so once I've left it, but yeah, this is currently how it looks. Yeah, I've definitely covered it well, but like I said, it's better to be well protected than not. I try to kind of focus heavily on the little areas like there, that's always prone to rusting, the shock, stuff like that. All the bits that are the most common parts to rust, I've tried to concentrate a lot on, and I've tried to cover every single bolt as well, like I said. So yeah, that is the hard part on the annoying part done. Now I let it sit for 15 minutes, let it soak through a bit, and then we will wipe it all off and the bike will be all done. Right, time to wipe off. Must admit, the garage is smelling absolutely beautiful now. The mixture of the speed polish, all the cleaning products I used today, and now the ACF 50. God, not only does the bike look great, it also smells great. Yeah, you can see there's tons and tons of excess for me to wipe off, so this might take a good 20 minutes or so, but you get the gist. Any visible excess I'll wipe off as much as I can, and then you will see when I start the bike afterwards. That will also help to burn any extras off, like the exhaust and stuff, and any that I've missed. So yeah, catch up with you guys when I have successfully wiped as much as I can off. Right, so I have wiped off most of the excess. Obviously it's hard to get every single bit, but I've done as best of a job as I can. Just for a little notice on the time frame of cleaning. Obviously I go very in depth with my cleaning. Some of you might do things different ways, some of you might not like the way I do particular things. Take into account, obviously filming makes cleaning a bike take a lot longer, as I have to switch angles, film in and amongst all of the cleaning, and I probably went a bit more thorough than I probably needed to in this video. But for reference, I filmed my intro this morning at 8:15 AM and it is now 1:45. So just so you guys get a rough little idea of how long this has all taken. Obviously the ACF 50 is quite a long process as well, but finally we are done. We can pull the bike out, and finally, probably the part quite a few of you have been waiting for, we can give you the highly anticipated startup of the bike with the Aquapovich decap, and it's about to get very loud, so headphone users beware. Right, I haven't actually started this bike in around 3 weeks, so I'm actually quite excited to hear it myself. Absolutely love the displays on this bike. Burning off from the ACF 50, that's completely normal. Obviously I sprayed it quite a lot on the exhaust, so there'll be quite a lot of that, but yeah, wow, this bike sounds absolutely savage. Sounds insane. We'll let it run for a bit, let it burn off all the remaining ACF 50, let it go through a bit of a heat cycle, and then yeah, it is all done. Right, quick little note at the end of this video. It wouldn't be a video of me doing something to my bike without me doing something very wrong. Don't make the mistake I made. Before you start the bike, make sure you really wipe the ACF 50 well off the exhausts. As you can see, it has stained my exhausts and burnt them. And now I cannot get this off, even with my magic bleach that did a really good job of cleaning them earlier. Now my headers look awful, so yeah, don't use me as an example. If you're changing or if you're doing ACF 50, please wipe it off properly before wiping it off. Learn from my mistake, but yeah, other than that, the bike is all protected and looks amazing. Right, so there we go guys, that will just about wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. It's been very satisfying, as always, to clean a bike. It's been nice to get the bike out, as obviously I haven't ridden it in a while, so really appreciating it today. Absolutely love this bike. Plenty more videos to come on this soon once I can get up and riding. Yeah, as always guys, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for all the support you've given me on the channel recently. It means a lot, and if you haven't already guys, be sure to subscribe, join the channel. Plenty of content like this to come, plenty of other content once I'm back up and riding, reviews. We got the rebuild series currently on the ZX6R, maybe even another bike joining the channel soon. More of that to come, but yeah, thank you very much for watching guys. I hope to see you next time.